Hey guys, Altered State here. First off, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all those who have subscribed. My channel just hit 400 subscribers, and I'm very excited about it. And at this point, I'm about 2, maybe 3 weeks behind from when my channel actually hit 400, but part of that is because I didn't really know what I wanted this video to be. I toyed with the idea of making it kind of a best of clip video like my 100 subscriber special, which, by the way, going from 100 to 400 in just over a year is mind-blowing to me. But then ultimately I decided to want to make it a bit more personal, kind of a let's chat, if you will, where I tell you a little bit more about myself and how the channel came to be. But when I finally decided on that, popular YouTuber Jacksepticeye uploaded his 24 million subscriber special, and I was like, well, I don't want to seem like I'm copying him, but I decided, screw it, I wanted to do this anyway. I've been toying with the idea of just getting more personal in my videos anyway, instead of just screaming at video games all the time, which I enjoy, but, a lot of people don't know who I am. I know 400 isn't a huge number to most channels, but for me, who started this channel kind of as a joke for his friends and family, it is huge. It's a big deal to me, and I really appreciate it a lot. And I still remember the moment the idea for this channel came to be. I was playing one of my favorite games for the Nintendo 64 with my best friend John, Gauntlet Legends, if you guys are familiar with that one. And we were in an altered state, if you will, reminiscing and just having fun, going through the levels, talking about old times, and just having a blast. And I remember the moment that made me laugh the most was when we ran through this level, hitting a series of switches to get an item. And if you're familiar with the game, you know the Phoenix Familiar is a big deal. And there's one level where you have to hit all these different switches. And when we hit what we thought was the final one, we saw the item rise up on the platform. But the graphics at the time were so bad, it was hard to tell where exactly the platform stopped, so we thought it was below us, and we were just sitting there staring like, oh, we went through all that, and we must have missed something. So again, if you're familiar with the game, you can't run off the edge, so my friend John got frustrated and he just started running at it, and to both of our surprises he picked up the item because we didn't even realize that it was on the same level as us. And that's when we busted out laughing, and John said something like, oh, if someone was watching us, they would have been like, yep, they really just went through all of that, and we're just gonna leave it there. And that was when I was kind of just like, oh, well, what if somebody was watching us? Well, I sat with this idea for months, and sadly, the channel didn't officially start until about 6 months after John passed away. He died in a motorcycle accident. I've never fully gotten over it. He was my best friend, and I miss him a lot. But after he passed, I started picking up on some of the hobbies we used to do together. We built a massive tree house together, so I started trying to get that to the point where I thought we both envisioned it being. I can go more into detail on that. If this video does well, I can talk more about that experience because that ended in tragedy as well. And another thing I did is I started this channel. My then future wife at the time was studying abroad, and I wanted to do something to occupy my time, so I started the channel. I started with my quickly growing favorite franchise of all time, Dark Souls. While John was still alive, I was playing the first one and talking about it all the time, thinking he'd really enjoy it, and probably annoying him a little bit. But I started with the DLC of the second one, and I was drunk, to boost my confidence, because even now this is still incredibly awkward talking to a camera and not an actual person for me. So to boost my confidence, I did a little drinking because I get really chatty, and I was like, I can do the commentary if I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed and comfortable. So thus Altered State Gaming was born. And the channel's always been small since it started. I would mostly send it to friends and family. I didn't really promote myself that often. I was kind of embarrassed about it a lot of times, especially if my coworkers were to find it, and what would they think of me? I'm getting drunk playing games on the weekends. But so about 4 years later after starting the channel is when I finally hit my 100 subscriber mark. I'm a bit of a late bloomer, if you will. But at that point, my life was going great. I was about to get married. My channel was slowly growing. and I had so many games I didn't know what to do with. So for that video, I made a what should I play in 2019 video, and that video is still up, and I've only tackled a few games on the list. So if you guys want to go check that out and let me know what you want to see, go ahead. And it was amazing. You know, I couldn't believe that 100 people were interested in what I was doing, and let alone now up to 400. But despite how this year is going, 2020, with the riots, the virus, everybody seems to be at each other's throats, and the world is in chaos. For me personally, 2019 was one of the hardest years for me. That wedding I mentioned did happen, but then a month later, or more like 2 months later, I was filing for divorce. And I won't go into detail in this video. Again, if you guys are interested in hearing more about my life, I can go into that in another video. But to kind of give you a quick synopsis of how bad it got, her dad is the one that connected me with the divorce lawyer. And her mom told me, you may have to divorce our daughter, but please don't divorce us. And that got me right in the feels. It still does, just talking about it. And her parents are super cool. I still see them sometimes. We meet up for movie nights. We touch base. We text. Things are good in that regard. But after my relationship ended, I had to pack everything up, and I moved back into my parents' house. And I moved an entire house's worth of stuff into a house that already had an entire house's worth of stuff. So if you guys have been kind of noticing the background, that's my bed up there, because I have too many things, and I had one room to put most of it in. I still have a ton of things stored away that I couldn't even bring into the house. So my bed is up there. There's a couch under there, TV. I can give you guys a tour of my room another time. But anyways, depression hit me pretty hard dealing with all this. And some days it still does, and I apologize if that comes across in some of my videos. Some of them are a bit more obvious. When I'm having a rough day, but it's one of the days that I wanted to record. And I noticed it most recently in some of my Bloodborne videos. There was one week where I recorded 5 or 6 episodes, and my heart just wasn't in it. My commentary was pretty quiet. I didn't smile a lot, and I apologize. I shouldn't just be recording videos just to put them out. That's not the kind of content you guys subscribe for. But I still love doing this. It's my new favorite hobby. But a couple things from the past year have kept me going as far as posting videos and continuing with the channel, and helped me realize the kind of person that I am and the kind of person that I want to be and continue being. And one of those things, or actually I should say one of those people, before the divorce, I had gotten back into watching PewDiePie videos. I had started with him when he was doing Amnesia and the horror games, and then he kind of lost me somewhere in the middle, but then I rediscovered him, and I was really having a good time watching his videos again. It was right when he was battling T-Series. He was doing lots of memeing stuff and, try not to laugh videos, things like that. And shortly after my relationship fell apart, he had the most beautiful wedding. I watched the video. It made me cry a little bit, just a little bit. He had hit 100 million subscribers, and he was genuinely having a good time playing games again. I watched his Minecraft series. I've never been into Minecraft, but watching him play rejuvenated me a little bit too, and made me feel like a kid again and excited about playing games. So I continued recording, and I think the first game I started with after everything fell apart was Sekiro. I haven't gone back to watch those videos, so I don't know if it's super obvious that I'm struggling in those ones. Maybe you guys can tell if you guys watched. But the point is, the depression was still pretty strong. And another YouTuber that kind of brought me out of my hole, one night I was searching for just funny videos to watch and kind of cheer me up, and I discovered Jacksepticeye's Laugh series. And I really enjoyed them because it wasn't a try not to laugh. It wasn't like you're a failure if you laugh at these videos kind of thing. It was just watching funny videos and laughing with somebody. It was great. And so I started watching all of those. I started watching his meme time videos. And then I started branching into some of his Let's Plays, and I watched him play Subnautica, and that inspired me to get the game and start playing it. I didn't put it on the channel. I was just looking for a game to kind of relax with and kind of, do me at the same time. And the more I watched his videos, the more I realized how much of a genuine person he is, or he seems to be. And his positive mental attitude, the PMA he talks about, is really a lifestyle worth striving for. And that's what I want to be. These two inspired me to keep going and be who I am and keep loving myself and staying true to what I believe. But I think the absolute icing on the cake is seeing my subscriber count slowly go up and reading some of your comments. Some people thanking me for helping them get unstuck from certain parts, which I don't really do walkthroughs, but most of my videos on my channel are complete playthroughs, and apparently some people were really stuck on some parts and my videos helped them through that, so that's awesome to read about. And then some people just really liked watching my videos where I'm struggling on a boss fight so much and getting frustrated, but then I finally overcome, and it helped them feel like they could do it too. And some people who are just looking for a quick laugh and who enjoyed my videos, so that's awesome. So once again, thank you all for your support. What started as a joke and has quickly become my favorite hobby is now something I love doing. And I hope you'll consider subscribing and checking out the channel, seeing if there's anything else that might interest you here. Also, let me know what you'd like to see next. If you like this video, I can do more videos talking about myself, my journey, why I currently look like a homeless person. But until then, thank you all. I'll see you soon.